Hello guys and welcome back. So now in this video we will be adding the police system. Okay, so for that you will have to download this vendor file in which you will find the rebels and the police officers. The police officers we will be using in this section, and the rebels we're gonna use it in the missions section. Okay, because these will be the guards of the Diaz and Lance. Okay, and let me tell you that these assets are paid assets, so you will have to, if you are using it for commercial use, then make sure that you go ahead to the asset store and download these from there. Okay, actually buy it first and then download it. All right, but just for testing purposes we can test it out right here. Okay, so if you double click on it, okay, this is the package name. Okay, because many of you guys asked me what is the package name on the Unity Asset Store. So on the Unity Asset Store you can search for Extreme Special Forces Character Pack. Okay, you can search for this and you will find it there. Okay, then just simply click on import, and in this folder you will find all of the characters. Okay, as you can see, this is the characters prefabs. Okay, I have created these prefabs. Okay, and I'm giving it to you guys so that you guys don't have to add then the rigid body and the capsule collider and the animator. Okay, and also in this animations folder you will find the animations which comes with the package. But if you open up this animations folder, okay, in here you will find these animations, okay, which we used in our game. Okay, and also if you click on controllers, in here you will find the controller for the first type of police officer and then for the second type of police officer, and their parameters and transitions are already set up. And the reason I'm giving you this already made is because many of you guys are beginners and you guys have issues setting up the animator. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you these animators already set up. Okay, and if you want to see how we set it up, then as you know we created bools right here by these names, and then we added the animations which I told you is right here, okay, in the animations folder right here. And then we set these transitions, so you can click on each of the transition and set it up. For example, if you are using some other animations and some other characters, then you can just click on this animator and copy whatever I did right here. Okay, just add the animations in this similar way, create parameters and click on each transition and then set your own transition right there in the same way as right here as we did. Okay, for the first police officer and then for the second one as well. As you can see, the first and second type of police officers, all of their animations and everything are same. Okay, there is not much of a difference, but since they are two type of police officers, so that's why I've named them police officer and then police officer 2. And in the prefabs we have police officer and then police officer 2. Okay, and also if you want to find other police officer models, as you can see right here, there are other police officers as well. For example, this female officer, this female officer. Okay, you can find these different types of police officers which you can use inside your game. As you can see, there are so much police officers. Okay, so you can set these up in the same way as we did right here. Now what we're gonna do right here is click on the scene view, okay, and click on prefab. Let's drag and drop our first type of police officer. Okay, and when we drag and drop it, you will notice that this is our police officer. Let me check the police officer height. Okay, we need to make it, let's just say 1.2 or 1.1. Right, so this is the police officer, and on this police officer I have already attached the rifle. This is the same rifle as we used for our player. Okay, I've already set it up in the player hand. Okay, and if you don't know how you can fix your own rifle in the police officer hand, then we can set it up in the same way as we did for our player. Okay, so make sure that you go back and watch that video again in the rifle section. Okay, and then in that same way you can set it up for the police officer as well. Alright, so just drag and drop the police officer, click on its prefab, click on unpack completely. That's it. Then this is the capsule collider rigid body animator. Now we need to create scripts for this police officer. Okay, so if we click on our scripts folder, then inside the police system, let's make a C# script by the name of police officer. Let's open this up. Okay, let's first of all add all of the variables. So create a header by the name of character info. In this, first of all, we're going to create a float by the name of moving speed, and as you know by its name, this will be the moving speed of the police character. Then this will be the running speed. Then this will be the current moving speed of the player. Then this will be the turning speed. Set it to 300 by default. Then create a stop speed, which will be 1. Then we need to provide the health thing. So create a private float by the name of character health. This will be 100. Then create another public float by the name of present health. Okay, and copy this header, paste it right here, name this as character health. Alright, after this, create another header by the name of destination variable. We will first of all create a vector 3 by the name of destination, then a bool by the name of destination reached. Okay, and then we need a reference to the animator of the police officer. So public animator, name it as animator. Then create another header. This time name this as police AI. Okay, first of all let me define all of the variables, and then I will explain for what purpose we will be using these variables. Okay, and I will also explain how our police system will work. So create a reference to the player body, or you can say the player character. So do this. Then we need a reference to the player layer as well. So name this as player layer. Okay, after this we're going to create a float which will be the vision radius of the police officer. Then another float by the name of shooting radius. After this, create a bool by the name of player in vision radius. Then copy and paste it, and this time change it to player in shooting radius. Okay, then create another header by the name of police shooting variable. Okay, because the police will shoot as well, so the police will give damage of, let's just say, 3 by default. Okay, and we're gonna need to set the shooting radius of the police officer. So shooting range will be 100 by default, and we need a reference to the shooting area, okay, from where the police will shoot. So name this as shooting raycast area. After this, create another float by the name of time between a shoot. Then create a bool by the name of previously shoot. Then we need a reference to the wanted level script. Name this as wanted level script. Okay, then we need a reference to the game manager script. And after this, we will be showing the blood effect whenever the police officer hit our player. So on our player, we want to show a blood effect. So for that, we need to add a reference to it. Okay. Now let me explain how our police script will work. So first of all, let me explain the variables. So as you know, this is the character info. For example, the moving speed, the turning speed and everything. Okay, this controls the player movement and this controls the player health, and this is the destination variable because our police officer, when none of the wanted level stars are not active, then the player will the police player, or you can say the police character, will walk between the waypoints. So for that we need to set up these variables. Okay, and these are the same variables which we use on our other character. And then in the police AI, this is just a simple AI for our police officer. Okay, for example, the police officer vision radius and the shooting radius. Okay, this is just simple that. And then this is the police shooting variables. Okay, using this we will control the police officer shooting. All right, and now let me explain how our police system will work. So our police officer will walk between the waypoints. Okay, and then for example, if we commit any crime, all right, and the wanted level become true, then the police officer, has the vision radius and the shooting radius. All right, so if we get in the vision radius of the police officer, okay, then the police officer will start running towards the player. Okay, and then when our player is in the shooting radius of the police officer, for example, if this is the shooting radius and the police officer gets closer to the player, then the shooting radius will change, and now the player is in the shooting radius, so then the police officer will simply shoot the player. Alright, in this way our police system will work. So we have defined all of the variables. Now in the next video we will continue our work on the script.